What's going on, everybody? Uh, it is about to be showtime, and we are finna get ready to get started. We got a lot to get to, so a lot of y'all can file on in, and we are about to get ready to get this party started. We got a big week, so we got a very, very, very big week, and we are finna get ready to talk about it, and we're finna have a really good time, and get ready for Titans and Truth live right here on YouTube. Let's get it.
Tighten up. Let's get tightened up. Tightened up. I've been scoping from the sideline, waiting for the right time to sing the freshest teen and scrimmage. So I'm busting y'all. Welcome to the We got this here. We got this here. Don't worry about it. We got this here. It's so out your life. Don't worry about it. See, we got this here. It's a brand new dance and it's about to go live. Tighten up, Nashville, rep the 615. First you tighten two steps, step to the right. Then you tighten two steps, step to the left. Blue jerseys everywhere. Name face, yeah, we got it all sticking out our chest. People loaded like it's King Kong. Come that. It's about to get her up. Here come the train, y'all. Tennessee, tighten up. Let's get tightened up. Tighten up. Let's get tightened up. Speaking out my chest. We know that I can King Kong. Speaking out my chest. We know that I can King Kong. Tighten two steps, step to the right. Tighten two steps, step to the left. Speaking out my chest. We know that I can King Kong. Speaking out my chest. We know that I can King Kong. Third down.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, Titan Nation. How is everybody doing? Welcome into a brand new edition of Titans and Truth. I'm your man, Chris, aka Blue Enforcer. We're gonna have a good episode tonight. I'm gonna make sure y'all can see me. There you go. Y'all can see me in the flesh and ready to rumble. And of course, y'all know what to do, and y'all know what to do. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at Titans_N_Truth. Also on Facebook at TNT Enforcers, and also on Twitter at TNT Blue Enforcer. And we got a big show because you know what the title said. I'm geeked. I'm geeked. It's Pittsburgh week, and we about to kick some Steeler tail. Yes, you can see. We 5-0. Can't nobody stop us. We gonna keep going, and they gonna knock us. I know I can't rap worth nothing, y'all, but I'm telling y'all now, this is an exciting game. This is a big game, and it's definitely something to look forward to. It's definitely something to be excited about. And I mean, it's a big deal. It is a very, very, very big deal with this game. So, I mean, what can I tell you? Pittsburgh is coming to town. I see some people already are here, and as more of you climb on in, whether you're on Facebook or here on YouTube, definitely come on in. I see Zach saying Big Panda. This is the second chance with Lawan down. Get yourself in football mode. I know that's right. You got to step it up. Ryan Tannegoat, we doing good. Shaolin Fantastic, what's up? I know Chris Frazier on Facebook, so I know he on Facebook. What's up with you? And I'm just glad everybody is here on here. And yes, we did get a Dory back. We'll definitely talk about that. Titans Mafia, what's going on? Miss Margarita, yes, we are Titan tough. No excuses. You got that right. We are definitely no excuses there. Ryan Tannehill said, "Word about the secondary against these receivers. We're definitely going to find out. We're definitely going to find out. But let us get to the news of the week. And, of course, we're going to put a bow on we'll put a bow on this game with the Tennessee Titans beating the Houston Texans. So let's kind of put a wrap on that game. The fact is, I mean, I didn't even mention the Derrick Henry 94-yard touchdown run. That was just absolutely incredible. I mean, 94 yards. And he did it so effortlessly. I mean, did it like it was absolutely nothing. And it was absolutely beautiful to see. Derrick Henry is a bad Bama Jamma. He is called the Beast King for a reason. He is exactly that, a beast. And he is a king who wears that crown and wears it proudly, I tell you. And I mean, he has the NFL since 2018 has had 3 games with over 200 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns in a game. Derrick Henry's gotten 3 of those by himself. There are 6 total games that the NFL has seen 200-yard rusher and 2 TDs in a game. Derrick's got 3 of those 6. I mean, in this game, I want to say we were the first team this is the first time in Oiler history, Oiler Titan history. I want to say it might have been the first in NFL history. I can't remember. Where we had a 350-yard passer, 200-yard runner, and a 100-yard receiver in the same game. I mean, it is damn impressive. It is impressive. Mr. Titan, I see you on Instagram. Come on over to YouTube. But, I mean, it's impressive what Tannehill and Derrick Henry are doing. And now they're getting some MVP talk. And, you know, I heard this on, and I'm going to try to pull up the clip with First Take. They were talking about that. They were saying, what should quarterbacks be worried about Derrick Henry overtaking them? And, you know, Max basically said, you know, Derrick Henry is doing great, but no, because it's Russell Wilson's, you know, thing to lose. And I'm going to try to play a clip of that I'm going to play a clip of that in a bit to let y'all hear that and everything. So y'all give me a minute to do that, but let's see. Classic Ross says, damn near everyone saying Steelers defense will shut down the tractor, Derrick Henry. It's going to depend on how well the O-line blocks. Agreed. Zach says, we'll always win when they say we lose. They don't learn. That much is a fact. So we're definitely going to find out. We are definitely going to find out indeed. It's an incredible game. It's an incredible game. And I'm stoked for this game coming up. I really am. And the fact that, you know, even though Ryan Tannehill made some mistakes, you know, he made a mistake or two, but it wasn't really just terrible. On that, I mean, those are things that he normally would not do. Ty Sambrailo looks like he's going to be at left tackle. And I will say this, besides when he first came in and J.J. Watt got him, other than that, he didn't do too bad. So he didn't do too bad when it comes to that. Zach says it's the most valuable player, not most stats player. Henry's one of the most valuable players. True, but you know there hasn't been too many running backs. There hasn't really been too many non-quarterbacks who have won that award. Most of the time, it's always a quarterback that wins that award. And I'm just saving this to Instagram, so my Instagram peoples can see it. And I mean, but again, it is the most valuable player, not most yards. But right now, I'm not gonna lie, Russell Wilson is tearing it up. Russell Wilson is definitely tearing it up. Dashville, we're gonna talk about that in a minute, but Jonnu was limited. Mr. Titan, I see you now here. What's going on? Travis Johnson, what's up? You haven't missed anything. But I'm going to try to pull up this clip with First Take as they were talking about the MVP race with Derrick Henry and let's see. I want to see if this is the one. I think this is the one coming up in just a bit. But I mean, this is awesome. Ryan Tannehill saying, glad to see Clowney finally showing some emotion. I mean, I haven't seen much from Clowney.
Looking for some room, finds it. 10,
here's the call.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone. Ladies and gentlemen, 94 yards. Touchdown, Titans. He is the baddest man in the NFL, and he just took her to the house.
I mean, I don't even know what to say. Derrick Henry
This is
the
First
real deal.
Take,
I
y'all.
learned that when he went to Foxborough and ran all over the Patriots last season. Jeff Saturday still here with us. I think he had a 94-yard run on Sunday, guys, and then obviously he had the score in OT as well. So, Max, do you think quarterbacks should be worried about Derrick Henry actually stealing the MVP, even though it normally goes to the signal callers?
Not at all. Not at all. Russell Wilson would have to take a nosedive for him to worry about Derrick Henry, and I love me some Derrick Henry. But in this century, which is already 20 years old, there have only been 3 non-quarterbacks to win the MVP. Now, they've all been running backs, but one of them was LaDainian Tomlinson. The other was Marshall Faulk, right? Both dynamic, multi-purpose kind of backs, right? They could catch passes. They could do all kinds of stuff. The only kind of power running back to win in this century was Sean Alexander, which people already forget. And his team made it to the Super Bowl, and he rushed for almost 2,000 yards. And guess how many touchdowns he scored that year, Molly?
How many?
The answer is 27. So, you have to do such absurd things as a running back, especially as this kind of running back, to win the MVP, over guys like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. And by the way, the list goes on. There are other quarterbacks who pop their heads up, like Lamar Jackson.
Now, I'm going to skip up to Stephen A. Now, I'm going to skip up to Stephen A. because, part of what Max says is correct. Most of the time, it's quarterbacks. But Stephen A. is going to put a little perspective.
Job of Mike Vrabel and how tough-minded these dudes are. And they seem to know, I need to give the ball to Derrick Henry, because even though Ryan Tannehill throws the ball about 34 times a game, Derrick Henry runs the football 24.6 times per game. He gets his opportunities. And when he gets his opportunities, we can't rule out what this brother's capable of doing. I will remind you in the postseason last year, before he won the AFC Championship game and got ran-rotted by Patrick Mahomes in that offensive explosion of the Kansas City Chiefs, he rushed for 182 yards in the game, in the first divisional playoff game. I think that was against Baltimore. Then the second game, he rushed for 195 yards. I'm sorry. If I'm looking at this brother do it in the postseason, how am I going to rule out the possibility of him doing it in the regular season? I'm not predicting that it will happen. I'm not predicting that he will win it. What I'm saying is, when we talk about should quarterbacks worry about Derrick Henry stealing the show, if there was a running back to be worried about stealing the show at this particular moment in time,
It's him.
it would happen to be that brother from Alabama that is now in the National Football League.
All right, y'all. That's enough of that. But yes, again, y'all, I see that, yes, a lot of people are saying that quarterbacks are usually going to get that award. But as Stephen A. just put it, if there's a brother to be worried about, it is that dude. Because, and here's the thing about that. Yes, Tannehill could be in the conversation, but Derrick Henry could be in that conversation too. And if this keeps going the way that it's going, now, yes, 9 times out of 10, this is Russell Wilson's award to lose. But when it comes to the voting, Derrick Henry does what we think he's going to do and does beastly king things. They're going to think about it. Some people are going to think about it. They're going to at least say, you know what? I might just mark a vote for the Beast King for Derrick Henry. I might just give that vote to Derrick Henry because he's done it. He's doing it harder than quarterbacks. You know, Derrick Henry's going to rarely have a bad game. Quarterbacks can have bad games. So, with that, I like the fact that they're both in the conversation. I see a lot of y'all are talking about Clowney. I mean, Clowney's gotten close, but he got to get some sacks. Beasley ain't doing nothing. I ain't seen nothing from Beasley at all. Period. Zilch. Clowney, I think Clowney has done a few things. Maybe it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but he does need to dominate a game. He needs to dominate a game, but Vic Beasley's got to go. Vic Beasley is not doing a damn thing, plain and simple. But this game was fun. It was great. We've won, and now let's flip the page. Some injury reports coming up, of course. We all know that Taylor Lewan suffered that torn ACL. He is unfortunately done for the season. But Corey Davis and Michael Pruitt have come off of the COVID list, so we have nobody else on the COVID-19 reserve list, which is great news. And then also, as a lot of you have been talking about already, Dory Jackson has returned to the practice field. He is on the designated to return list, so he has a 3-week window in which he can return. So if Mike Vrabel feels that he's ready this week, he could be activated. He doesn't count against the 53. So right now, Dory Jackson coming back on the practice field is a beautiful thing. Now we'll have to see how he feels after today. If he, I got to see if he was limited or not. I don't think I saw him on the injury report as far as limited, but I think they don't have to list him because he doesn't count against the 53. What's up, Tyreekers? What's going on, Vic? Tyreekers, what's going on? Tanago, says still sold $9 million. I kind of agree. Now I kind of wish we could have still gotten Clowney and kept Jarrell Casey. That's what I kind of wish we had did now that we think about it. I kind of wish we had kept Casey. I would have liked to have seen that with Casey and Clowney together. I think that would have been a lot better. Let's see. But I mean, Adoree Jackson coming back is a very, very big deal. And he wasn't on the third field. He was with the team. He was with the team practicing. So that is a very big deal. Now, of course, we don't know if he's going to be back at 100%. But I mean, I'll take Adoree at 70% right now to help our secondary. Because I mean, this is way too important of a game to not have him. So I'm just glad to see him back on the field. And yeah, he's not on the injury report because he doesn't count against the 53. But Adoree is right back on the field, and that's just a great thing to see indeed. With that, so Adoree practicing, that's a big deal. But now, y'all, as I told y'all on Sunday, you have to have your nominations in for the Two-Tone Blue Star of the Week. Now, of course, there are about 3 obvious choices. I know that. But who are y'all thinking as the Two-Tone Blue Star of the Week? Is it King Henry? Is it, as Chris Frazier would call it, have we reached the city of Tannaville? Have we gotten Tannathrill in the conversation? Or could it be Mr. Ferkser? Ferk Dog? Could it be A.J. Brown, who had 2 touchdowns? Could it be Jeffrey Simmons, who was a force in the game? So who do y'all think is the two-tone blue star of the week? Let's see. I got a few, of course. Thomas saying either Henry, Tannehill, or Ferkser, but you got to pick one. Captain Tripp saying Jeffrey Simmons. Tanner goes going with Tannehill. Let's see. Zach Carpenter going with Tannehill. Titans Torch saying Jeremy McNichols. Now, I will give Jeremy McNichols a honorable mention. He had 5 carries for 51 yards, and I think he had 2 catches for 28. He had a couple of nice runs when he was in there. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, he's making it so we don't really miss Darrington Evans. Making that a fact. Let's see. Pritchard saying might have to go with Henry. Okay. Paris Sharkey saying Tannehill. Game time drive masterpiece. That was a beautiful drive. That was a beautiful drive. I was seeing that with a minute 50 to go. The way this was going, I'm like, Tannehill's going to drive us and score. We're going to score. I don't see no reason that's going to happen. No reason it won't happen. Classic Ride saying Jeffrey Simmons saved the game with the tip, and he did. He definitely did. Let's see. Isaiah says Tannehill on Facebook. Tannehill. AZ Mix saying King for King Henry. Another on Facebook for Derrick Henry. Tannehill. Let's see. Anthony is just nasty, and I think we're talking about Ferkser. Let's see. Joseph saying Derrick Henry, of course. Jameson saying Derrick Henry. So you know what? I like how this is going. And Ryan Tannehill underrated Adam Humphries. And I could get with that because Adam Humphries had 6 catches, 64 yards and a touchdown. He definitely had some good grabs. So honorable mention, I'm going to say Jeremy McNichols. I'm going to say Ryan Tannehill. And I'm also going to say Ferkser. But I'm going to have to give the two-tone blue star of the week to the king. I bow down to the king. And I will give some love to Lord Tannehill. Definitely give some love to Lord Tannehill. But I got to give it up to the king. His Majesty, the Beast, is the two-tone blue star of the week. And I definitely, again, will give some love to Ferkser because Anthony Ferkser, he does tend to catch just about everything that comes his way. And, of course, there he is. The two-tone blue star of the week, Derrick freaking Henry. Now, y'all know, and I like this one from Captain Trips. He says, bend the knee. I know that's right. We made the Texans bend the knee, and now we got to make the Steelers bend the knee. That is definitely true. I love that comment. So now, as y'all know, when we have a star of the week, we do have a dunce of the day. And I'm pretty sure this dunce of the day most likely will not be on the offensive side of the ball because the defense struggled a lot. The defense definitely struggled big time. And so, who are y'all saying is your dunce of the day? I see a few coming in. Of course, Ryan Tannehill saying the secondary. Isaiah saying Gostowski. Gostowski's back on the bad side. Carpenter saying Malcolm Butler. Isaiah says tired of him. What's up with his up and down kicking game? That's a good question because, I mean, now the first one he got blocked, that wasn't his fault. But the second one, yeah, he just missed. On Facebook, Butler. Let's see. AZ Mick says Gostowski. Mr. Titan coming with the defensive line. Sharky saying pass rushers. I could definitely say Vic Beasley deserves to be one of the nominees. Beasley, I'll even throw Clowney on there because Clowney wasn't really just doing much. But I would say Beasley, Clowney, Butler, definitely I would say the whole secondary I definitely could see that. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going with some more. Joseph saying Romeo Crennel going for 2. Now, we're going to talk about that Romeo Crennel call in just a bit. Classic Rod says pass rush, Dunce of the year, Vic Beasley. They need pressure. I do agree. I definitely like that. So yes, I'm gonna probably say the two-tone. I'm gonna have to say the Dunce of the day. I'm gonna have to give it a tie between 2 people in particular. And I'm gonna say the whole secondary because Kevin Byard has been struggling as well. Kevin Byard has not been looking like his normal self. And Malcolm Butler had a bad game, but I'm also gonna have to say that honorable mention Dunce is the secondary, but I'm gonna give it to Vic Beasley because Vic Beasley has not done a damn thing all season long. Has not done a thing. And the entire defense looked bad. I mean, except for Jeffrey Simmons. Clowney wasn't really getting the sacks that I was hoping he would get. Beasley has done absolutely nothing. Jayon Brown struggled. He struggled mightily in this game. And then the secondary just looked like crap. And I'm hoping that Adoree maybe coming back, if he does come back this week, does help. But I think the entire defense deserves that nod, but definitely the secondary and Vic Beasley. Or Vic Sneasley, as I like to call it. Because, I mean, he's blind. I can't see him. I can't see him nowhere. So I mean, the defense is gonna have to pick things up. Defense is gonna have to do some stuff. I don't know what they're gonna have to do, but they're gonna have to play better than this week. They're definitely gonna have to play better this week because if they don't, they're gonna have problems. They're gonna have some major problems. That much is a fact. So the Dunce of the day, Vic Beasley / the secondary, without a doubt. But now, y'all, it's time to pick my brain. Pick my brain. So hit me up with some questions. Let me know what y'all want to know. I'm going to try to go back and look at some other questions too. Yes, defense does need to show up to win this game, Mr. Titan. You're absolutely right. We definitely need a solidified defensive play caller. We don't know who's still calling the plays. We don't know if it's Shane Bowen. We don't know if it's Ackerman, or we don't know if it's Mike Vrabel. So we need some. Harry Coward says David Long has caused a few fumbles too. I don't know why David Long is not getting more of an opportunity. I do agree with that. They're quick to put in Will Compton, but won't give David Long any opportunity. So I don't know about that anyway. And I like that. Titans Torch is right. He says, basically, seems like almost everyone is doing so bad you can't single one out. That's very, very true. And also, I will say on YouTube, I do accept super chats. So if you got super chats, put them on out there, and I appreciate. I'm going to try to see. I definitely like the confidence that we're going to make the Steelers bend the knee. That much is a fact. We definitely got to see if Darrington Evans is going to add another dimension to the offense. I mean, he's got to stay on the field. He's got to be healthy. Right now, he hasn't been able to stay on the field. And also, Jonnu Smith was limited. Jonnu Smith was limited in practice. And but right now, we'll have to see if he's going to be able to go. DNS says odds are against us, and that's just the way we like it. I definitely agree. Johnny Bell saying 35-20. Two-tone blue. I like the sound of that. So let's see. We're going to get some questions out in just a bit. And while some questions are coming up, I believe Joseph mentioned and we'll definitely get to that question. I like that question. Romeo Crennel going for 2. Now, I've thought about this. I don't blame Romeo Crennel for going for 2. If I was a coach, I wouldn't have done it. But I understand why he went for 2. He's thinking like this. We're up 7. Our defense isn't doing very well. So he figures if we get this 2-point conversion, we've put the game out of reach. With 1:50 to go, we're down 9. We'd have to score twice. We would have to score a touchdown. We have to score a touchdown, an extra point, and then we'd be down 2, and we would have to get an onside kick to get in range for a Gostowski field goal to win it. So he's thinking we go up 9, we've essentially won the game. Whereas if we go up 8, then it gives us a chance to push it to overtime, but we would have to get a 2-point conversion. Now, at the same time, now on the other side, Vrabel had a similar choice too. Because remember, when we scored the touchdown with A.J. Brown, we were down 36-35. Vrabel could have went for 2 and went for the win in regulation. He could have went for 2, but he decided to kick the extra point and go to overtime. So it was kind of the same situation. It's kind of the same situation. Now, Ryan Tannehill, I don't know if that situation would have worked if that 2-point conversion was completed. Because, again, we would have been down 9. We'd have had to score a lot quicker and would have had to try an onside kick, which a lot of onside kicks have not worked. Let's see. Now, Mr. Tyson said, now, truth. Would you have gone for 2 with the risk of our defense trying to make a stop in OT? That coin flip could have easily went the other way. Now, that is an excellent question. That is an excellent question because I agree. Vrabel put some trust in the defense because you're right. That coin flip could have easily have went the other way. And you saw the coin flip. Deshaun Watson was like, and turned his head because he knew he wasn't going to get the ball. But if it went the other way, there's a good chance we weren't going to see the ball. So I see we got 35 people in here. I'm glad of that. But hit those like buttons, y'all. Hit them thumbs up and spread that out. But, I mean, that's a good question. And that's a good one. I probably would say, you know what? But see, if we weren't undefeated, I mean, if this was any other opponent in this situation, I probably would have gone for 2. But because it is a division opponent, I mean, this game is much more important. So that's why I think I would have just kicked the extra point, honestly. But that's just me. On Facebook, I know somebody mentioned, in my eyes, what's the difference between Marcus and Tannehill? And here's what I'm going to say as far as my difference. My difference between Marcus and Ryan Tannehill is simple. Tannehill has the confidence. And Zach Bingham on A to Z Sports had this good word, moxie. Tannehill has a moxie about him. Tannehill has just this confidence about him that you could put, like when Pittsburgh played Cleveland, and, you know, they were trying to force Baker Mayfield to win the game. They were forcing Baker Mayfield. They were trying to put the ball in Baker Mayfield's hands, and he crumbled. You could put the ball in Ryan Tannehill's hands. You could put the ball in Ryan Tannehill's hands, and he's going to do some good. You can put the ball in his hands, and it's going to work. So the moxie, the confidence, the poise is the word. Control. Tannehill didn't let nothing faze him. When he threw that interception, when he got strip sacked, he just went back to the sideline and started laughing. And, you know, some people would be like, well, why was he laughing? Why was he laughing? And so, of course, you're thinking Tannehill like, okay, he got me that time. He got me, but I'm finna get back down there. I'm finna get him. So, you know, Tannehill just has that moxie, that confidence. He has that poise. He is a leader, something that Marcus was not. Marcus was too scared. Marcus was just so scared. It was ridiculous. And I mean, and let's see, I see on Facebook, Ian Talley, Chris Frazier, Zay Anderson was going on. I know that was Chris talking about Tanneville, so I figured that. Ian saying on Facebook, how effective was the penalty of the too many men on the field towards the victory? I think it helped, even though didn't like the penalty, but it saved us about 45 seconds. That's 45 seconds that we needed instead of it being about 1:05, maybe a minute to go. We had about 1:45, 1:50 left to score. Jason says, how are we going to get any sacks on Big Ben? Because the 4-down linemen are getting home. I mean, we're going to have, and that's something that I will definitely talk about because I do have a key to victory on that, and it does involve getting to Big Ben. Paris said wanted us to go for 2 because Gostowski was missing the extra point, but he didn't. That's all good. Let's see. Isaiah says, what is it going to take to turn the defense around? Why the defense so bad? And will this defense be able to turn around and get it back to form? Now, what we have to do, and I will say this, I'm going to use the New England Patriots as an example. The New England Patriots were, I want to say 2 years ago, I think they won a Super Bowl or got to the Super Bowl. They won it, I want to say. They were one of the worst defenses in the league statistically. But what happened, it was yards-wise. That's what it was. And, you know, that's the thing. Belichick said, hey, I'm fine giving up yards from the 20 to the 20. But once you get to the red zone, we're not giving up touchdowns. You're going to have to take field goals. And, I mean, right now we're in the middle of the pack scoring defense-wise. We're about in the middle of the pack. Now, of course, giving up 36 points to Houston didn't exactly help our cause. But, I mean, we're not the worst scoring defense. But we're definitely not the best where we should be. Yeah, Tannehill does look like he's a nice guy. So, Mr. Titan, I didn't miss you. So, I apologize for that. Johnny Bell says Pittsburgh will get exposed Sunday. And I've already started talking some crap to some Pittsburgh fans. Have to have a little fun with them. Yeah, we got to give up 3 instead of 6. Yeah. Wilson, I don't know if he's going to see the field. He's going to have to step up and show some in practice, and he's going to have to be ready. Do you know if Adoree will play this week? Don't know yet, Titans legend. Don't know just yet. He's back on the practice field, but we do not know if he's going to play. Well, we got 41. We got him counting. Keep him. Hey, make sure y'all keep sharing this show. Bring some more people in. I like the sound of that. We got 40 people in the room, so I like it. But, I mean, yeah, I think Adoree can play if he practices tomorrow and Friday and look like everything is okay. I could see him playing. I could definitely see him playing. He doesn't even have to play the whole game. if he plays about maybe 50% of the defensive snaps, maybe even 25%, I'm okay with that. Okay? I will be fine on that. And Paris said, biggest problem is getting off the field on third down. And we're going to talk about that too. As he tightened towards said, do you think there's anything to the defense being so bad because of the offense going so fast and get off the field faster? I mean, now the Titan offense has been having some methodical drives. They're not like quick strike drives. So I mean, we are gonna have to get off the field on third down. Definitely, we gotta sustain some drives offensively and defensively. We gotta find a way to get off the field. So that much is a fact. But y'all, I think we've gotten quite a few questions. I'm thanking y'all for that. But we're definitely gonna go ahead and get to the preview. And you know what? There's one other question I forgot to mention. So it was earlier reported on Bleacher Report, I want to say this was yesterday, that wide receiver John Ross has been requesting a trade from the Bengals. So we all know John Ross ran a 4.22 40. Him and Adoree Jackson was two very fast guys. He ran a 4.22. And so he only plays one snap this whole season. And so my question to y'all is, do you think the Titans should look in to trading for John Ross? Maybe we give up a 6 or a conditional 7, which we might have given that up already, or something like that. Or we give up a conditional 7 that could turn into one of our 6. Because we got 3 6-round picks. Do you think we should kick the tires on John Ross? He would bring some immaculate speed to the offense. That's the one thing he would definitely bring. Speed. And Adoree's familiar with him because they went up against each other in college. So I want to say, would you look into John Ross? He brings speed. He can bring some return ability. And, I mean, that's something that this team needs to add. So, what do you think? Zach says, give him Beasley. And if you don't know, John Ross, of course, was a first-round draft pick from Washington, University of Washington. He was drafted in the same year as Corey Davis and Mike Williams. As Titan Legend says, we won't trade for Rob because Khalif Raymond is the same player. Remember, Chiefs got Mecole Hardman and Tyreek Hill, and both of them are speed demons. You could never have enough speed. You could never have enough speed. Now, Titan Legend says no. Isaiah looks like you agree with him. No. AZ Big says no. Isaiah says no. Titan Tour says, we going to sign Quentin Spain? No, I don't think so. Spain got released from Buffalo. Very interesting. I don't think it'll happen, though. Titan Legend said, we have Raymond for that, and actually Raymond is tougher than him. Fits our style. Classic Ross said, I'm not worried about the passing game. Are there any good defensive players out there? That's a good question. Now, I don't know if there's any corners. Snacks Harrison is still out there on the defensive line. I could definitely see that. Jameson says no. Herman says no. Anthony Hayes, the first yes we have. Ross, don't he have drop issues? You know what? He has had some drop issues. Paris says, I would consider it for a late round pick. And I mean, think about this, y'all. We got Ryan Tannehill and gave him a 4th round pick. Many people thought he was going to be kind of a bust. He ends up being a savior. Aaron Diabor says, how worried are we about the Steelers defensive line? It's a good defensive line. Really good. I will definitely say that. And that's something we're about to get into. So it looks like a lot of people are saying no to John Ross. And me personally, I will say this. Even in free agency, maybe for a low minimum, I would at least kick the tires. I would at least take a look. Because again, you could never have enough speed. We need speed, more speed. Khalif Raymond cannot be doesn't have to be the only speedster we have. You know, Kansas City is showing that. You can have way more speed if you want. Let's see. Snacks on Seattle practice squad. Now, that I did not know. Let's see. Titans Torch says Ross is better than Raymond. Let's see. Titan Legend said, I like the idea of the Quinn Spain idea. I don't know. I mean, we could definitely use some depth. It couldn't hurt. Definitely couldn't hurt. So we'll definitely have to see about that. But let's get into this game. The Pittsburgh Steelers. It's Pittsburgh week. 5-0 teams going at it. They just came off of a 38-7 victory over the Cleveland Browns. And they completely dominated that game. Why? Because Cleveland wasn't physical at all in that game. They played like they were scared. And, I see we probably have a few Steeler fans coming in. That's fine. I don't mind, other fans coming in. As long as you show respect, let's do that. Let's see. Shino Rising says, Claypool's the best rookie wide receiver right now. Excited to see how we plan to cover him. It's going to be a good game. All respect from Pittsburgh. And that's cool. I don't mind having other fans in here. Hey, that's cool. We come correct. We come with respect. No problem. And Claypool is looking good. I'm not going to deny that. I'm going to talk a little trash, but with respect. Let's see. Salty Sap says, I'm a Steeler fan, but to be honest, I'm scared for Sunday. Hope we can keep Derrick Henry under 150 yards. All I got to say to you, Salty Tap, first of all, thank you. And Shino Rising for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Hope this won't be your last time being with us. But good luck. Good luck trying to stop the beast. And I know Pittsburgh is a terrific defense. I saw it against the Browns. They are good. No doubt about it. I'm going to give Pittsburgh their respect. That defense, that team is a good football team. And they have a good head coach too. I will give them that. No doubt about it. Now, I don't know who this is talking about Titans and Tooth. I'm like, get my name right. Now, that is going to cause some problems. Let's see. A.J. Brown has some sneaky speed from Jameson. Yeah, he does. So, we're definitely going to see that. Let's see. We have somebody saying Steelers are going to shut the Titans down. We'll see about that, but I highly doubt it. It's going to be a good one, though. This is going to be a good football game. It's going to be a big-time test. This is going to be a big-time test. And that's true. Devin Bush for the Steelers is out for the season. He is definitely out for the season, so that does hurt the middle of their defense, which means a familiar face from the Tennessee Titans is going to get some time, and that guy's name is Robert Spillane, who was trying to make the Titans team, I want to say last year, and got cut, which I thought we should have kept him. So we'll definitely have to see that. Steelers fans to Smashville. I agree with that. And that's true. We got a Watt brother for the second time. We got two of them. Their fullback is Derek Watt and TJ Watt. So definitely going to be, there's definitely something to worry about. I like how a lot of people are talking. I like that. Now, Sean O'Brien, obviously being a Steelers fan, said he feel like our defense should hold. We held Barkley to 6 yards. Spillane is looking amazing. Henry is a beast. You're right. Henry is a beast. And, one of my play cousins was talking, and we're going to get to some Blue Enforcer keys to victory in a minute. But one of my cousins was talking, and he said, man, the Titans ain't never faced a real defense. I said, the Steelers haven't faced a beast yet, and they're about to. They're about to face the beast. Good luck on that one. But now it's time to get to the Blue Enforcer 4 points to victory. And this is how the Tennessee Titans can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number one, we have to attack early. And I'm going to use a reference from Cobra Kai. Strike first, strike hard, show no mercy. Mercy is for the weak. We do not teach mercy here. Whoever stands across from us is the enemy. And we must take the enemy down. All of our enemies deserve pain. So attack early. Attack early, attack often. Come out there, punch them in the mouth on both sides of the ball. We come out, score on our first drive, and stop them on the first drive. And again, and Jameson is absolutely right. This is a big boys game. Not for the weak. Not for the weak in the knee attitude of play calling. Show got that right. This type of game, this game is not going to be for the weak. It's not going to be for the faint at heart. If you don't like hard hits, if you want finesse, if you want finesse and pretty stuff, this ain't the game for you. This is not going to be that. This is not going to be that kind of movie. It ain't going to be that kind of movie. You're going to have to bring your hard hat to work for this one. You've got to bring your hard hats because this game, we got to attack on all fronts. Pass rush has got to find a way to get out the bin, and we have got to wrap up James Conner. James Conner is a slick back. Very, very good. He's patient. He knows how to sometimes kind of slip off of people and stuff. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have 4 running backs they could go with. They have Connor. They have Benny Snell from Kentucky. They have Samuels, who's kind of a jack of all trades back. And then they got McFarland, the speedster. So we got to be mindful of that. Big Ben is going to be very difficult to bring down because he's a big guy, but he's more of a statue. So we got to get to him and sack him. And on the other side, we got to take the ball right to him. Run the ball completely at them. Run it down their throats. And I guarantee you, the Pittsburgh Steelers, yes, they have T.J. Watt. They got Cam Hayward. They got Bud Dupree. They got Spillane. And then they got Minkah Fitzpatrick, who is a damn good safety. I will say that. A damn good safety. But we got to take the ball and take it to them. Go right at them. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be trying to find ways around them or anything like that. You go through them. We go through them. And that's what we got to do. And now I know some Steelers fans are going to pick the Steelers. Yes, Stephen Truitt is on the defensive line too, I know. But we got to punch them in the mouth. Hit them early and often. And if we get ahead, do not let up. You cannot let up against a team like this. Against Houston, we let up in the second half. Against this Steeler team, we cannot let up, not even an inch. Even if we go up, and I'm just using this as an example, even if we're up 30-0, you still keep your foot on the throat. You keep your pedal to the metal. You do not stop. You do not quit. And I see we got 65 people in here. I'm glad everybody's here. Thank y'all for coming in. C-Dub says he's excited. And again, I appreciate any Steelers fans that are in here because I knew we would get some. And that's cool. I respect that. So we got to attack early, show no mercy. Number 2, unleash the beast and make the Steelers bow down to their king. The Steelers need to bend the knee. And I believe on Sunday, they will. Because they ain't never seen a guy like this. They have never faced Derrick Henry before. Derrick Henry, and again, my play cousin said, he was like, Henry's never faced a real defense. I said this to him. Derrick Henry has done this to a lot of so-called good defenses. And I'm not trying to disrespect Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a good defense. Or even could be a great defense. But Derrick Henry has done this to good defenses in the past. New England in the playoffs was supposed to be the number 1 defense in the league. 183 yards rushing. 188 yards rushing. Baltimore Ravens, supposed to be one of the top 3, top 5 defenses in stopping the run. 196 yards. Kansas City in the regular season, 162 yards. I mean, anytime Derrick Henry has went up against a defense that's supposed to be top-notch, he's ran through them. Now, Buffalo might have been the exception, but I think that was also because Ryan Tannehill was so good that we didn't have to run the ball as much. And when we tried to run the ball, obviously, Buffalo was pretty decent. But Derrick Henry got some yards. He didn't get as many carries as he should have, but he had his highlights. So, again, now, Shino from Pittsburgh is saying they're going to hold him to 83 yards and 2 touchdowns. The 2 touchdowns you're right about. 83 yards, I kind of doubt it. And I have a bold prediction of my own. Now, of course, somebody going to say put down whatever drugs I might be on. I said it was an example. Listen to what I'm saying. I said an example. I didn't say that would happen for real, although if it did, we still got to put the foot on the throat. So I know Pittsburgh Steelers fans run deep. Why? I live in Memphis, Tennessee. I live in Memphis where there's a whole lot of Steelers fans. And I have to take this crap all the time. But it won't matter it don't matter if we win. It won't matter. Because then everybody will have to be quiet and respect the two-tone blue. So, definitely that. But point number 3. And before we get to point number 3, the key matchup. Offensive line versus defensive line. Ty Sambrailo, I'm nervous about that. And Dennis Kelly. Because I will say this. They have some stud pass rushers on the other side. That being TJ Watt, the aforementioned TJ Watt and Bud Dupree. One thing about both of those guys, they wreak havoc. And I hate the Tennessee Titans did not pick TJ Watt when they had an opportunity. Y'all excuse me. TJ Watt, I was thinking we could have got a shot at him, at drafting him. And we did actually have a shot, we just didn't do it. But TJ Watt and Bud Dupree, those guys, man, those are two guys that wreak havoc. Dennis Kelly and Ty Sambrailo are going to have some great games and keep them off of Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill is very good at feeling the pressure and getting rid of the ball. That is one thing that's true. Now, again, I know a lot of Steelers fans are coming in here, especially those who are from Memphis. I know, but it don't matter. I like our chances. And we'll have to make sure we shift a little help to both guys to kind of keep them off. But point number 3, and this is more on the defensive side, but this could be on the offensive side too. And I know this is probably going to sound weird, be physically intelligent. Be physically intelligent. And when I say that, what that means is we have to be physical. Be physical at the point of attack, but be smart about it. Don't cause no stupid penalties. We cannot make mistakes. No penalties, no turnovers. Play smart, focused football, but we have got to be more physical. Plain and simple. We have got to be more physical than them. And C-Dub is right. We cannot get into obvious passing situations. We cannot fall behind too much because that is where TJ Watt and Dupree start to feast. And Titan Legend says, if they get a big hit on Henry in the beginning of the game, it could change their mindset. No, it won't. Very rarely do you see Derrick Henry get popped that bad. Very rare, if at all. So we have got to be more physical than them. And last but not least, and this is where we have had our most troubles, get off the damn field on third down defensively. If we get Ben Roethlisberger in 3rd and long, we got to make sure it turns into a 4th down and get them off the field. So that's something that we have to do. We have got to get off the field on 3rd down, and we have had our issues with that. Now, of course, Henry will be black and blue. I don't think so. We're going to leave Pittsburgh blue in the face. Now, of course, Sean O'Reilly says one big play, and that's where we shine. And that's, again, no turnovers. No turnovers and cut out the penalties. That's how we can win this game. We got to be smart, focused, and physical. That's how we can do this. So, key matchup on that side, on the defensive side, is our secondary. And I'm hoping Adoree is back. And I like this comment. Zach saying it. Steelers fans, y'all gonna get tired of tackling Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry don't never get tired. Derrick Henry don't never get tired. He's like that guy, that thug that was in Lottery Ticket. The guy that played the thug in Lottery Ticket. He like, I'm going to kick your tail. I'm going to beat you down till I get tired. And I don't never get tired. So that's the thing. But the main matchup is our secondary against their wide receivers. Because we're going to have to match up against Juju. We got to match up against Claypool. They got another good guy in James Washington. Eric Ebron, who has been a Titan kryptonite. He's been a Titan problem. Is going to be out there too. And you know that Connor and the running backs can catch out of the backfield as well. So, yeah, we do have our hands full. No doubt about it. We got our hands full for this game. But this is where I think Christian Fulton, I think, could be used on Claypool because he's young enough and can stick with him. With Juju, let's see, if Adoree is back for this game, it changes up a lot because if it's Adoree', Butler, and Fulton, I feel a whole hell of a lot better about covering the wide receivers with those three guys than I feel with Butler, Fulton, and like Jonathan Joseph or Chris Jackson. I would feel a lot better if Adoree's in there with Butler and Fulton. I would feel a lot better. I would feel a hell of a lot better. And I forgot about Deontay Johnson too. He's another guy. He's another guy. So we're definitely gonna find out. But these wide receivers are damn good, no doubt. But we gotta stand tall, stand firm, stand up to them, and we can't just let them go all over the field on us. Be physical with them. You know, if you're up on them, play some bump and run. And I would love it if we play some more bump and run. And I'm not saying just be right there up on them, right at the line of scrimmage, but I'm saying at least about maybe 3 to 5 yards off. That's the most. I've said that many times. Play 3 to 5 yards off. You ain't got to play no 7 to 10 yards because you're giving up yards doing that. Get 3 to 5 yards, get in where you can jam and touch them within that 5 yards, knock them off their routes a little bit. And if they come across the middle, just like back in high school, knock them down. Knock them down. They shouldn't be coming across the middle. That's old school football. So we got our work cut out for us defensively. Not going to lie about that. Which leads to my prediction. And I see we have about 80 people in here. I thank y'all for tuning in with me. All fans are always welcome. Tell your friends. Tell your friends who are other fans. Hey, I respect anybody. I respect all. I'm going to talk a little trash, a little friendly trash, but I'm going to do it out of respect. I'm not going to disrespect or call nobody out of their name. No, that's not how we do this. But here's my prediction. We going 6-0, baby. I feel it in my gut. But this is going to be a tough ball game. This is going to be a tough ball game. I saw some people saying 35-20. I see Zach says 24-16. I know we saw some Steeler fans saying 21-17 Steelers. I know I heard that too. But I am going 38-31 Tennessee wins. But I'm going with my gut. I'm going with my heart on this one. And Khalif, you can talk all bad about me if you want. But that's the gas that'll be going to Derrick Henry to run over the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm going to give another bold prediction. Derrick Henry running for 100 yards at least. He's going to have a 100-yard day. Guarantee, bank it. Bank on it. You can take that to the bank, and the Steelers will bend the knee to the king. To King Henry and Lord Tannehill. Because Tannehill ain't no Baker Mayfield. He's not going to make those same mistakes. And one thing about Tannehill, he usually does not make the same mistake twice. He's not going to do that. So, you know, some people say, well, I'm sleeping on Big Ben. I never said that. I know Big Ben is good. I never said, I said it. They're a good football team. Some of y'all ain't listening. I said it. The Steelers are a good football team. They got weapons. I am not denying that. But I'm going 38-31. Titans going 6-1. Sorry, Steeler fans. Sorry y'all got to take your first loss. But don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about Derrick Henry running for 100-some yards on you. Don't feel bad. Because we know the Steelers play a good cover two. Tannehill can pick a cover two apart, a zone coverage. He's done pretty well against zone. And I will add this. Tannehill completes over 70% of his throws when he's getting pressure. When pressure is coming to him, that's when Tannehill is pretty darn good. Remember that. So, again, some of y'all Steelers fans think y'all going to take over. No, you don't. So, Steelers fans, I appreciate y'all, but get ready to bow down to your king. Get ready for this. You see Josh Norman? That could easily be like a Minka Fitzpatrick. That could be TJ Watt. That could be Spillane. Are y'all sure? Y'all ready to ride this train? Now, again, I know Pittsburgh is good. Very good. But so are we. And I've watched that game against the Eagles. Since we didn't have a game, I watched that game. They frustrated Carson Wentz. Tannehill doesn't get frustrated easily. He doesn't. So, that's my honest opinion. Titans are going to win. Titans are going to win. And, hey, Lawan might be at home, y'all, but it's next man up. It's next man up. Absolutely. Now, the Steelers are still going to be in the playoffs. We know that. We're probably going to see them again. But I think the Titans get this one. Plain and simple. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to the point where it's time to kind of wrap up the show. And I thank everybody for tuning in. We had over 80 people in here. I appreciate that. Please continue to get those like buttons up. To all Steeler fans, thank y'all for being here with me. I appreciate y'all. You know, y'all gave some comments. I understand that. But y'all haven't faced a back like this. And I know this is our first real test. We're going to find out if the Titans are truly for real. We are about to find that out. I agree. But for the Blu Bombshell, I want to give a tribute. And also I'm gonna have an announcement after this tribute. But I want to give a tribute to Mike Doc Emrick. Of course, he and I thank Joseph for bringing this up. As some of you probably know, especially Pittsburgh fans, Doc Emrick was the voice of the New Jersey Devils, and then for the last 15 years was the NHL on NBC play-by-play voice. So anytime you hear the big games on NBC, it's Doc Emrick's voice that you're hearing. And I want to give a clip. And I'm going to give about a good, maybe 2-3 minute clip of some of his calls. This is going back to when the Nashville Predators and the Pittsburgh Penguins were in the Stanley Cup.
Sellout crowd is ready.
Here we go.
While it's spiked in deep and Gensel turns with it. Gensel fed. It came to Crosby, then to Cole. And it's the rebound score! You want to take a guess? It's Jake Gensel again. And it's 1-0 in favor of the Penguins. Good hard shot here from Ian Cole. Rebound given up. Jake Gensel gets inside the dots right above the blue paint. And the Penguins with a 1-0 lead that they want to continue to stay with. Take away the eyes of Matt Murray. Neil put it in front. Oh, a remarkable play. How did they not get by? Lots of close calls, including that one. Dug out behind and played towards Crosby by Hornquist. It kicked around off the glass support. A 2-on-1. Arvidsson moving back up. He's got a man on the way. Fisher. Save made by Murray on the short end of the tackle.
Yeah.
Slam toward the net by Yossi, and that one drifted away. In the corner, James Neal, and eventually they rule Penguin possession, and so, for the first time tonight, the Penguins will be shorthanded. Ekholm there, and across. Yarncroke holds. Yarncroke got it across. Yossi fires. Stop! Puck changes direction right out in front of Matt Murray, off of the left hand of Carter Rowney. Murray anticipating it going to his right, cuts back.
I just wanted to play a little bit of that, but tribute to a great voice, a great play-by-play voice in sports, Mike Doc Emrick. He retired. He retired after, I want to say, the last 15 years working for NHL, working for NBC as the NHL play caller, broadcaster, and I just loved it whenever he says score. When he says score, he says it with such excitement. It's beautiful. So again, Steeler fans, please do continue to watch the show. You know, I know y'all are Steeler fans, not Titan fans, but hey, you know, we talk Titans and we'll talk other teams and stuff like that. I thank y'all for tuning in and feel free to come back. Feel free to come back. I like the interaction. I really do. And honestly enough, from some of y'all Steeler fans, I want y'all to tell me what did you think of the show, like format-wise? What did you think? Did you like the show for some of you watching the first time? If so, also make sure you subscribe. Follow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as you can see on the bottom. Also on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel as well. And tell your friends about that because I'm probably going to be starting to reach out to maybe any Steeler podcasters as well. You know, going forward, you know, I'm going to definitely try to reach out to others because, again, I respect the Steeler lineage. One of my best friends, Philip Davison, shout out to Philip Davison, my guy Vernon Shaw, my play cousin D'Antoine Robinson, they're Steeler fans. So I give them some love. Miss Jamie Bradley, they're Steeler fans here in Memphis, and I know there are plenty of them. There are plenty of Steeler fans in the city of Memphis. Hate it. I like it to turn two-tone blue instead, but I tell this to everybody. In Memphis, it is 45% Steelers, 45% Cowboys, and then there's everybody else. So that is what it is. Khalil, you can come on back. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. Definitely. I think C-Dub said Doc Emrick was a great voice. Was definitely a great voice. Titans haven't played a defense like the Steelers, so we'll have to see. Hey, the Steelers haven't played an offense like this. So, but Cowboy fans are here in Memphis. Sorry. I don't like it either. I don't like it either. I'd rather it all be two-tone blue, but I'm just saying. And parents, we're going to have to talk then. We're definitely going to have to talk. But y'all, what's up, D09? I appreciate it. Make sure you go back and rewatch everything. And Joseph, you're right. Doc Emrick was definitely fun to listen to. Hate we didn't win the cup. We should have won it, but it was a heck of a ride. It was a heck of a ride. But y'all, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in to Titans of Truth. I'm your man, Chris, a.k.a. Blue Enforcer. I thank everybody that's been tuning in, whether you're a Titan fan or a Steeler fan, even though some of y'all are being delusional saying the Steelers are going to win. We will see on Sunday. That much is a fact. And may the best team win. Only one team going to be 6-0. So we definitely going to find out. But I appreciate y'all. And we going to ride out to this. I wish y'all a good night. We're going to find out. Steelers are a good team. But I think the Titans are going to win.
I feel like I'm your real Casey. I got my sex
extra. Couple 300-pound lamb in case your offense extra. Plus,
I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all tighten up. Steelers fans, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you. We gonna see you on Sunday. Post-game show will be Sunday night. So be ready for that. I'll holler at y'all. Peace. Tighten up.